In the vastness of space, different alien races gathered for an important meeting. The Galactic Council had called upon them to discuss the so-called threat of humanity. On the main screen, images of human ships flashed. Some were small, outdated, and rusted, while others looked like they had come straight from a science fiction movie. Yet they were not impressive by alien standards. The aliens laughed and pointed, mocking the human fleet. "Look at their ships! They are nothing but scrap metal," exclaimed Zornax, a tall, green-skinned alien with long tentacles. His voice echoed through the chamber, causing more laughter. The council members, each representing a powerful alien race, couldn't hold back their amusement. They exchanged snide comments and sneers about the humans. Captain John Harper watched the broadcast from his ship, the SS Resolute. He clenched his fists, his heart racing with anger. He was proud of Earth and its achievements, yet here were powerful aliens laughing at the very people who had fought so hard to reach the stars. He knew that beneath the surface, humanity had a plan, a secret that the galaxy had yet to discover. The meeting continued with the Council presenting their agenda. They were planning to impose new regulations on Earth, claiming that humans were not ready to be part of the galactic community. Instead, they wanted Earth to serve as a minor ally, obeying their orders without question. The aliens believed that the human race was nothing more than a nuisance. They discussed unfair trade deals that would benefit the alien races while leaving humanity in the dust. John turned to his crew, who were watching the broadcast with a mix of anger and disbelief. "We can't let them talk about us like this. We must show them who we really are," he said, his voice steady but firm. The crew nodded, their eyes burning with determination. They knew they had to act, but how? The aliens believed that humanity was weak and divided, not realizing that Earth was stronger than they thought. For years, scientists and military leaders had worked in secret, developing advanced technology and a hidden fleet that could change everything. Meanwhile, the Council continued its mockery. They should just stick to their little planet and leave the galaxy to the real powers, sneered Grelth, a round blue alien with big eyes. The laughter echoed through the chamber, but Harper remained focused. He knew they were underestimating humans. They thought they could control Earth without any resistance, but he was about to prove them wrong. As the meeting wrapped up, Captain Harper decided to take action. He activated a secure channel to Earth's command center. "We have to reveal our strength. It's time to show them our hidden fleet," he said. His voice was calm, but the urgency in his eyes was clear. "We can't allow them to think they can push us around." The message spread quickly among Earth's leaders. They had been preparing for this moment. And now it was time to act. With each passing minute, they geared up for battle, bringing the hidden fleet online. Harper looked out into the endless stars, feeling a mixture of excitement and determination. He knew they would soon unleash their true power. The aliens might laugh now, but that would soon change. As the Council ended their meeting, they were oblivious to the storm brewing on Earth. "Let them come," Zornax said, puffing out his chest. "We will crush them easily." Harper shook his head, a small smile forming on his lips. "They will regret underestimating us," he thought. "We are not just humans, we are the future." The stage was set. In the silence of space, a hidden force was about to rise, ready to challenge the arrogance of the Galactic Council. The mockery would soon turn into fear, and the galaxy would witness the power of humanity. With that thought, Harper prepared his ship for the upcoming battle. He looked at his crew, who were ready to fight for their home. They were more than just a small race. They were about to show the galaxy that humanity had teeth and claws, ready to defend their place among the stars. In the vastness of the universe, the true story of humanity was about to unfold, and the aliens would not know what hit them. As Captain John Harper stood on the bridge of the SS Resolute, a deep sense of pride washed over him. His ship was not just one of many in the fleet, it was a beacon of hope for humanity. But little did the aliens know that beneath Earth's surface lay a secret that would change the course of history. Back on Earth, in a secure underground facility known only to a select few, top military leaders were gathered. They convened in a room filled with holographic displays and maps of the galaxy. This was the heart of humanity's true strength, the hidden fleet. General Lisa Tran, a sharp-minded strategist, stepped forward. "Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to reveal our hidden assets. The aliens think they can mock us and walk all over our planet. They have no idea what we've been preparing. She gestured to the holographic map, where countless dots represented ships hidden across different locations on Earth. The room buzzed with excitement and anticipation. We have built an advanced fleet over the last 10 years, using technology that surpasses what they know, General Tran continued. These ships are equipped with cloaking devices, advanced weaponry, and artificial intelligence to help us in battle. They won't see us coming. Admiral Robert Kincaid, a grizzled veteran with years of combat experience, nodded in agreement. Let's not forget that our fleets are also powered by renewable energy sources. We can move undetected for long periods, giving us a tactical advantage. As the leaders discussed strategy, Harper remained on his ship, anxious to join the action. The crew of the SS Resolute was ready, their faces lit with determination. "Prepare for launch," he ordered. "We will need to synchronize our movements with the hidden fleet." The crew members nodded, their hands flying over the control panels. As they made the final checks, Harper's mind raced with possibilities. They had worked so hard to get to this moment. If they could pull this off, the galaxy would never underestimate humans again. Back in the underground facility, General Tran's voice echoed with confidence. "We will divide our fleet into 3 main groups. The first will be the spearhead, taking the brunt of the attack. The second group will flank the alien ships, catching them off guard. The third will provide support and gather intelligence." Brilliant plan, Harper thought, knowing that timing was everything. We need to strike when they least expect it. As the leaders prepared to launch the hidden fleet, a countdown began. 3, 2, 1, engage! General Tran shouted. Suddenly, dozens of ships began to emerge from their hidden bases around the globe. These ships were unlike anything the aliens had ever seen, sleek, powerful, and ready for battle. Each ship shimmered as its cloaking device deactivated, revealing its true form to the universe. The SS Resolute was among the first to enter space. Harper watched in awe as other ships followed, forming a magnificent armada. It was a sight that filled him with pride and hope. Humanity was no longer the underdog. They were ready to take their place among the stars. Meanwhile, the Galactic Council continued their discussions, unaware that humanity was preparing for war. Zornax, still riding high from their previous meeting, laughed. "Let them come. We will crush their pathetic fleet easily." But deep down, a nagging feeling of doubt began to creep into the minds of some council members. How could humans build such a fleet without their knowledge? As they continued to underestimate their enemies, the hidden fleet grew stronger and bolder. Back on the SS Resolute, Harper's heart raced as he felt the hum of the ship's engines. "This is it, crew. We are about to show the galaxy what humanity is capable of. Remember, they think they know us, but they don't." With a sense of unity and purpose, the crew cheered. They were not just fighting for their lives, they were fighting for their home, their families, and their future. As the armada moved into position, the tension in the air was palpable. The hidden fleet was about to reveal itself, and the galaxy would soon learn a lesson they would never forget. Humanity was not to be underestimated. They were ready to take back their dignity and show the aliens that they were a force to be reckoned with. The universe was vast, but for Captain Harper and his crew, their resolve was even stronger. With their hidden fleet finally unleashed, the mockery of the Galactic Council would soon be silenced, replaced by the sound of humanity's triumph. The SS Resolute drifted silently among the stars, its crew poised for action. Captain John Harper stood at the helm, a fire burning in his chest. He glanced at the view screen, where the distant planet of Zorath glowed ominously. This was the site of the Galactic Council's main base, where the alien leaders believed they were untouchable. Little did they know the hidden fleet was ready to strike. "Captain, we are in position," reported Lieutenant Sarah Patel, her eyes focused on the screen. "The fleet is synchronized and waiting for your command." Harper nodded, feeling a surge of pride as he surveyed the ranks of ships behind him. Each one was a testament to humanity's hard work and determination. "All ships, prepare for attack. We will catch them off guard," he ordered, his voice steady. The countdown began. 3, 2, 1, engage. As soon as Harper gave the signal, the fleet burst into action. Ships shot forward, their engines roaring to life, breaking the silence of space. The aliens were not expecting this sudden show of force. A chorus of alarms blared at the Galactic Council base as they scrambled to respond. On the bridge of the SS Resolute, the crew cheered, their spirits high. "Let's show them what we're made of!" shouted Ensign Mike Reyes, his face lit with excitement. The moment they had trained for was finally here. As they approached the Zorth base, the humans activated their cloaking devices, making their ships nearly invisible to enemy sensors. With precise coordination, they moved closer, ready to strike the heart of the alien council. "Targets acquired!" shouted Sarah, her fingers dancing over the controls. "Shields are holding at maximum power. We're ready to fire! Fire on my mark!" Harper commanded, adrenaline pumping through his veins. He watched the view screen, seeing the alien ships finally realize what was happening. Panic spread like wildfire as they scrambled to defend themselves. The SS Resolute unleashed a barrage of laser fire, striking the first alien ship with deadly accuracy. Explosions lit up the darkness of space, illuminating the chaos that unfolded before them. The crew's cheers echoed around the bridge, but Harper kept his focus. "Keep the pressure on them!" he yelled. "We have to make sure they know we're not to be messed with." The fleet launched more attacks, catching the aliens off guard. Ships that had once laughed at the humans were now fleeing in terror. The aliens were not prepared for this level of force, and their defenses crumbled under the onslaught. Meanwhile, on the bridge of the Zorth base, panic reigned. Zornax, who had so confidently mocked the humans, now shouted orders in a desperate attempt to regain control. "Mobilize the defense ships! We must protect the council!" His voice was frantic, realizing that their previous arrogance had blinded them to the truth. Harper watched as the alien ships struggled to regroup. "They're in disarray," he noted, sensing the shift in momentum. "Now is our chance to hit them hard." The SS Resolute broke through the enemy lines, leading the charge deeper into the heart of the base. They targeted the control center, where the council members were directing their forces. With each shot fired, the resolve of the aliens crumbled further. Just as Harper prepared to give the command for a final strike, an urgent message flashed on the screen. "Captain, we've got incoming reinforcements," Sarah warned. "Several alien ships are warping in from the nearby systems. Stay sharp, crew!" "We can't let up now," Harper replied, feeling the weight of the moment. They had to finish what they started. He looked out at the chaos unfolding and made a quick decision. "All ships, focus on the incoming reinforcements. We must keep the pressure on." The fleet rallied, redirecting their fire towards the newly arrived alien ships. A fierce battle ensued, lasers flying in all directions as humanity fought against the odds. Harper's heart raced as he navigated the battlefield, commanding his crew with precision. As explosions rocked the void of space, the tide began to turn. The hidden fleet was no longer hidden. They were now the dominant force in this sector. The aliens who had once mocked humanity were now faced with the true strength of a united Earth. "Captain, we're gaining the upper hand!" Sarah shouted over the noise, her eyes bright with excitement. Harper couldn't help but smile. This was the moment they had all worked for, and it was finally happening. The galaxy would no longer view humanity as a joke. They were proving they were a force to be reckoned with. As the battle raged on, Harper realized that this was only the beginning. The surprise attack was shaking the galaxy, and soon the aliens would learn that mocking humans came with consequences. The tide of the war had turned, and humanity was ready to seize its destiny among the stars. The chaos in space had reached a fever pitch. The SS Resolute and its fleet pressed on, striking at the heart of the Galactic Council's forces. Explosions echoed through the void, and the once proud alien ships were now in retreat, leaving behind a trail of destruction. Captain John Harper stood at the helm, his eyes focused on the view screen, watching as the tide turned against their enemies. "Captain, the aliens are scrambling to regroup," Lieutenant Sarah Patel reported, her fingers dancing over her controls. "They never expected us to fight back like this." Harper nodded, a mix of pride and determination filling him. "They thought we were weak. Let's show them just how wrong they were." The atmosphere on the bridge was electric, every crew member filled with adrenaline and purpose. They had become more than just a fleet. They were a symbol of humanity's strength. Meanwhile, on Zorth, the Galactic Council was in turmoil. Panic swept through the chambers as the leaders realized the true scale of the disaster. Zornax paced back and forth, his eyes wide with fear. "We underestimated them. How could we let this happen?" he yelled, slamming his fist against the table. "Calm down, Zornax!" shouted a fellow council member, a tall, blue-skinned alien named Zira. "We need to strategize. If we don't, we will lose everything." Zira's voice cut through the chaos, bringing some order to the room. She began outlining their options, trying to regain control of the situation. We must call for reinforcements from the surrounding systems. We can't let these humans break through our defenses. The council members nodded, each one knowing that the fate of their empire hung in the balance. But as they debated, a chilling message came through their communications channel. Council, we have received reports that the human fleet is advancing towards the homeworld. They will reach us soon! Horrified gasps filled the chamber. The council members exchanged terrified looks, the realization sinking in. The humans were not just fighting back, they were intent on taking their homeworld. Back on the SS Resolute, Harper could feel the tide of victory, but he also understood that the battle was far from over. We can't give them a moment to breathe. Keep the pressure on, he ordered, rallying his crew. As they moved closer to the heart of the Galactic Council, the ship's sensors began to pick up a strange energy signature. Captain, we're detecting a large concentration of alien ships approaching from multiple angles, Sarah warned, her brow furrowed in concentration. They're trying to surround us! Brace for impact, Harper commanded. Prepare for evasive maneuvers. We can't let them trap us. The crew sprang into action, their movements fluid and practiced. The SS Resolute swerved and dodged, narrowly avoiding incoming fire as alien ships closed in. The battle had reached a critical point, and every decision mattered. Captain, we need to signal the other ships in our fleet. We can't fight this many alone, Sarah suggested, her voice tense. Do it! Tell them to converge on our location. We need backup, Harper replied, feeling the weight of the moment. As the signal was sent out, the crew fought bravely against the encroaching enemy. Their determination was palpable, a fierce light shining in their eyes. They were fighting not just for their lives, but for the future of humanity. Back at the Galactic Council, Zornak seethed with anger. We cannot let the humans take our home. Prepare the defense systems and ready the weapons. We will not go down without a fight. The council members scrambled to follow his orders, their fear transforming into a desperate will to survive. As they prepared for the coming storm, Zornax turned to Zira. We must make a stand. If we allow them to breach our defenses, we will lose everything we have worked for. On the SS Resolute, Harper's crew sensed the shift in the battle. Captain, our reinforcements are coming, Sarah exclaimed, pointing to the view screen. Several ships from their fleet appeared on the horizon, moving in to support them. Great! Let's make this count, Harper shouted, his voice filled with determination. With newfound strength, the SS Resolute and its allies surged forward, meeting the advancing alien forces head-on. The battle intensified, laser fire lighting up the darkness of space as both sides clashed. As the conflict raged on, a sense of panic settled over the Galactic Council. They had never anticipated a counterattack of this magnitude. Their confidence shattered. They realized that the humans were no longer the weak, ridiculed species they once believed them to be. In that moment of chaos, one thing became clear. The galaxy was about to witness the rise of humanity. The Council's panic spread like wildfire, and as the battles continued, they understood that they would have to fight harder than ever to retain their power. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and the humans were determined to take their place among the stars, regardless of the consequences. The battle raged on, filling the cold expanse of space with chaos. Captain John Harper stood resolutely on the bridge of the SS Resolute, surveying the battlefield through the view screen. Alien ships clashed with the human fleet, explosions lighting up the dark void. The sounds of alarms and shouts filled the air, but Harper kept his focus sharp. They were fighting for their survival, and victory was within reach. Captain, we've pushed them back significantly, Lieutenant Sarah Patel announced, her eyes gleaming with determination. Their forces are in disarray. Good. But we can't let up now, Harper replied, his voice steady. Let's keep the pressure on. We need to make sure they understand they can't take humanity lightly. As the SS Resolute advanced deeper into the heart of the alien formation, a new message flashed on the main screen. It was an emergency transmission from the Galactic Council. Zornax's frantic face appeared, eyes wide with desperation. Humans! We wish to parley. We need to discuss terms of surrender. The crew fell silent, surprise etched on their faces. They had fought hard to get here, and now the enemy was asking for peace? Captain, this could be a trap, Sarah warned, her brow furrowed. They might be trying to buy time to regroup. Harper considered her words carefully. It might be a trap, but we can't ignore the possibility of a peaceful resolution. "Open a channel," he commanded. The crew quickly complied, and Zornax's image filled the screen. "Why should we trust you?" Harper said, crossing his arms. "You've ridiculed us and attacked our fleet." Zornax looked visibly shaken, but his voice remained firm. "We did not know the true strength of your people. We believed you to be weak, incapable of standing against us. But now we see our mistake. We wish to avoid further bloodshed. The Galactic Council offers terms of peace." Harper exchanged glances with his crew. They had fought so hard to reach this point, but could they really trust the Council? "What terms?" he asked cautiously. Zornax took a deep breath. "We propose a ceasefire and a chance to negotiate. In exchange, we will share our knowledge and resources with your people. We can learn from each other." The idea was tempting, but Sarah's skepticism lingered. "What's to stop you from attacking again once we let our guard down?" Zornax hesitated, his expression turning serious. "Because I have something to show you. It will explain everything. We have not been entirely honest with you." Harper narrowed his eyes. "What do you mean?" Zornax waved his hand and a holographic image appeared in the air above the table. It displayed an ancient alien ship, massive and majestic, floating through the void. "This is the Elysium. It is a legendary vessel that belonged to the founders of the Galactic Council. We discovered it dormant on a distant planet. We believed it to hold immense power. What does this have to do with us?" Harper pressed, confusion mingling with curiosity. Zornax continued, "When we revived the Elysium, we did not expect it to be connected to your kind. It appears that you humans share a unique bond with it. It recognizes your presence." Harper's heart raced. "What does that mean?" "It means," Zornax said, his voice steady, "that if you join us, we can unlock the ship's full potential. Together we can protect our systems from greater threats. We need each other more than we thought." The crew exchanged glances, a mix of disbelief and hope washing over them. Could this really be true? Harper felt a surge of emotions, fear, excitement, and uncertainty. "And if we refuse?" Zornax's expression darkened. "If you refuse, you risk the wrath of the Council and the danger of the Elysium falling into the wrong hands. There are other powers in the galaxy that seek it, and they will not hesitate to use it against you." Harper weighed his options. The prospect of uniting with the Galactic Council was risky, but the alternative could mean further conflict. "Let me discuss this with my crew," he finally said. "We need to make sure this is what we want." Zornax nodded. "I understand, but time is of the essence. The longer we wait, the more vulnerable we become." As the communication ended, Harper turned to his crew. "What do we think? Should we trust them?" Sarah spoke up first. "It's a risk, Captain, but if what Zornax says is true, we could gain allies instead of enemies." Ensign Mike Reyes added, "We have fought hard to get here. Maybe it's time to think about the future instead of just fighting." After a tense moment, Harper nodded. "We've shown them our strength. Now let's see if they can show us theirs. We'll accept their terms." With newfound determination, the crew prepared to establish a new alliance. The battle had shifted from one of weapons to one of trust, and Harper knew that their next move would change the course of history. As they began to negotiate with the Galactic Council, the SS Resolute and its crew stood on the brink of a new beginning. The shocking revelation had opened a door to a brighter future, and humanity was ready to step through it.